Right now, attorneys on both sides are still probing for potential jurors to serve in Carmelo Anthony's murder trial. The former Centennial High School student is accused of killing Austin Metcalf last spring at a track meet in Frisco. Cole Sullivan is part of a team of reporters closely tracking this trial. So, Cole, did they make any progress in terms of narrowing down the jury pool?
We made some progress, Chris. We started with 600 jurors on Monday, and the judge here at the Collin County Courthouse behind me says by the end of the day today, we'll be down to 18, 12 plus 6 alternates. We're down to fewer than 150 right now. Strikes are continuing in the courtroom behind me here. I want to give you a sense of what kinds of questions the attorneys have asked. Each side got an hour and 45 minutes to question potential jurors. Prosecutors started with questions about whether Carmelo Anthony's age would affect jurors' ability to render a verdict. He was 17, you'll remember, at the time of the crimes for which he is charged. Prosecutors also asked the jury pool whether the race of the defendant would affect their ability to determine guilt or innocence. Prosecutor Dewey Mitchell said he has never in his 30 years of practice, quote, had this conversation with a jury before, but says, quote, we have to be honest about it. Then it was the defense's turn. Defense attorney Mike Howard started off by telling jurors he's proud to represent Anthony and said, quote, his life is literally going to be in your hands. He asked them questions about self-defense and the burden for proving it. He also asked about sentencing and whether jurors would consider 5 years punishment enough if they found a defendant guilty. If convicted, Anthony faces between 5 years and life in prison. There has not been a lot of talk of Austin Metcalf. That's the 17-year-old who Anthony is accused of killing. At this point in the process, the defense attorney says they cannot talk about the facts of the case. That could be one reason why. Again, we're expecting to have a jury seated by the end of the day today, and our team of reporters inside the courthouse is continuing to keep us updated. We'll bring you the latest at 6 o'clock. Chris?
All right, thank you very much, Cole. You can always keep track of what's happening in the courtroom through our live blog on WFAA.com. Our team is dedicated to sharing updates hour by hour so you don't miss a single moment of this trial.
They started with 600, only 250 returned to court today, and the goal by the end of the day is to have selected the 12 jurors who will decide the Frisco track meet stabbing trial.
Will they seat a jury in this track meet stabbing trial?
If you prefer to follow the trial through social media, make sure to follow WFAA on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X.